The Christmas Portrait. My best friend and I both applied for the job as Santa Claus, which I ended up snagging due to my good looks, I'd say. But my friend would tease with me, saying that my age was starting to mess with my brain, though. Anyhow, my male friend decided to go as Mrs. Claus after all of the other roles were unfortunately taken, and also because of my endless begging for him to go along with me to help raise money for kids in need this holiday season. When it was finally showtime, I started hating myself for volunteering to this, since the line was ridiculously long. But I put up a brave front because I couldn't let my male friend, who was Mrs. Claus of all people, seem more comfortable than I was. Well, luckily, nothing too crazy happened throughout the day, other than some guy accidentally giving me spoiled milk, and my friend flirting with some of the ladies in line. But just as we were about to close up, a father and his daughter walked up to ask us if they could get a picture with Santa Claus. After I sadly nodded my head no, his daughter began to throw a tantrum, so my friend and I agreed to take one last picture. She then threw us a bright smile while wiping away her tears, which her father then thanked us, both, for all of our time, adding that his wife will also be thankful for this Christmas portrait. As the little girl hopped on my lap, I gave her a quick smile before leaning down to ask her what she wanted for Christmas this year.
I want that man to let me see my daddy again.
An endless night. Christmas night, I went out for a walk in the winter snow to get some air. It was the first time in weeks for a loner like me. At first, the night seemed normal, but then I realized that I could walk faster than I should be able to. In fact, I could run incredibly fast for what seemed like hours without it straining my breathing. The creepiest thing was how empty everything was. It was so desolate. It scared me just how large and lonely the dark space I explored was. There were things that seemed like humans around, but they acted inhuman, almost like simulations running simple code, walking in circles around the city. I tried asking people for directions. They would reply, but they did this in such an empty manner that you weren't sure if they understood you or not. When you spoke to them, they would repeat phrases and questions in robotic ways. It felt like there was no one in their heads, only nothingness. I went to my sister's apartment, but nobody opened the door, despite how much I rang the bell. And through the windows, all the houses of the city were empty. There was no one there. I tried to find my way back to my own apartment, but I got lost. I walked for hours trying to find my way, and existence was there, but it was all emptiness. It was the same houses and Christmas decorations repeated over and over, over and over, over and over. Houses no longer look like houses, and decorations no longer look like decorations. It was all starting to blend together into a chaos of endless gaping mouths. I thought of aggressive mimicry. When a predator tricks prey by looking like something harmless. That's what all the houses looked like, and they looked all the more like aggressive mimicry the further I walked. When it felt like the formless chaos was finally going to swallow me, I saw a person in the distance and ran to them. They looked as empty as everyone else. Their faces were starting to turn into formless nothings too. But then I told them to call the police. It was as if that broke the repetitive emptiness. The desolate disappeared, and it was only a normal night again. The cops came and drove me home. I would rather stay inside forever than go out there again. The only things out there are terrifying mouths who care nothing for you. Just an endless void of aggressive mimicry, complete fear and nothingness. What if I had never found my way back? What would it be like to wander those empty streets forever?